The following is a live sports presentation of GLICOD Communications, GLICOD.com.
GLICOD's coverage of Southern Indiana high school basketball starts now. Presented by Interstate Batteries.
Good evening and welcome to Providence High School, home of the Pioneers, as they get ready for their second game of the boys varsity season tonight against the Meade County Green Wave. Down in the Brandenburg area, Kentucky. They're come across the river tonight for a varsity contest. I'm Mike Beck. Paul Love with me tonight on the scene. Paul, good to be with you again.
Absolutely, and early in the season, but off to a roaring start here so far.
A roaring start. The Pioneers, they've played one game already. That was last Friday night. You got to see a part of that game. The Pioneers knocked off Austin 80-68 to open their varsity contest. And kind of some unknowns going into this season for the Pioneers as they have a brand new head coach and a couple of players left over from last year, but a lot of new faces on the squad. What did you learn just quickly from that opening contest?
Well, I learned that they're pretty good, at least at the level of competition that Austin provided. Actually, Austin at halftime was down 48-28, down 20 points, and made a comeback. Final score 12-point difference. But I like Providence's team. They're led probably mostly by their senior Hayden Burke. He's a 6'3" forward, and but besides him, we'll talk about a little bit later, there are a lot of good shooters on the team. They shot a very high percentage, and they play at a very fast pace.
And they play Meade County, who's led by a Southern Indiana graduate, we found out.
He is. Coach Jason Trippier. I do now remember that name. Back in the day, in the 90s, he played at Floyd Central. He is an Indiana guy, but he's across the river, as you told me, from Corydon, Indiana. So I don't know, maybe we'll get him back into Indiana one of these days.
Maybe so. But that's the matchup we have tonight. Meade County and Providence. That'll get underway here at about 7:30. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, you'll have interviews with both Coach Trippier and Coach Smith, the new head coach of the Pioneers. All that coming your way as our pregame coverage gets started right here on GLICOD.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Let's be honest, you don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online, KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating. This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. With over 40 years experience in metal manufacturing, WMKelly.com.
Green Wave of Meade County, Coach Jason Trippier.
Coach, you come across the river here in the Indiana side. Indiana, the state of basketball, but so is Kentucky. I know that as well. But tell us a little bit about the Greenway. You've gotten off to a little bit of a slow start. I think you've lost a couple games, so need to get back on the winning track. But tell me a little bit about your team.
Well, we've got quite a few seniors. We got 6 actually. 4 of them will start, and they got freshmen that starts as well. The 0-2 record has to do a little bit with some injuries. I got one of my seniors is injured and he's out, and I got another point guard. He's out as well, and he's still out tonight. So we're going to come in. We always know this is a tough place to play, but it's going to make our team better playing a type of school like Providence. They're going to get after you. They're going to make you play basketball and play hard. So that's what we're going to try to do here tonight.
So yeah, I did see your roster. A lot of seniors online. I think you only have maybe one returning starter from last year.
Yeah, we graduated 6 from last year, so only one kid is back. He's a 3-year starter, Chesney White. So he's usually our center. So.
I understand. Do you know anything about Providence? I watched them last Friday. They had a pretty good game against Austin here, so they're 1-0 in the season. What can you tell us about the Pioneers?
Well, I tried to get some info. It's hard to. I contacted Austin's coach, see if I get some film. I didn't get any. He sent me just a couple little sentences, so I don't really know a whole lot. So we're just going to go out and play and see what happens here. But we're going to play hard, and I'm sure they are too, and it should be a good ball game.
It's early in the season, I know that, Coach, and good to have you on this Indiana here, and good luck tonight and the rest of the season.
All right, thank you.
Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
This is Paul Love reporting for GLICOD.com, and here at Providence High School, where the Pioneers take on Meade County out of Kentucky, the Green Wave. And with me is a longtime acquaintance of mine, I almost feel like, Sean Smith. Coach, glad to have you with me here this evening, and I think I mentioned to you earlier, we go way back in your family. Your dad put about 35 on me when he was playing at North Harrison, and I was coaching at Clarksville in the early 70s, and then your grandpa, Lowell Smith, refereed many games for me and ended up in the state finals. So you got a good legacy behind you, and I did see you play last Friday night. Give me a little bit of a recap of that game, if you will.
I thought we played really well for our first time out. We shot the ball really well, and anytime that happens, it makes you look good. It makes you feel good. So, we were able to get really good shots most of the night against Austin, and we were able to capitalize quite a bit. And I think we shot around 70% from 2-point range. So it means we were getting really good shots around the basket and putting them in the basket. So. anytime you're making your shots, it makes you feel good and definitely makes you look good. So hopefully we can keep doing that.
I understand what you're saying, and as a matter of fact, I was here watching that game a little bit. I recorded in the first half you had 4 different players with at least 2 3-point shots. So it seems like you're sharing the ball, and it looks like just about anybody can score on any given night.
Absolutely, yeah. That's I think going to be a strength of our team. We had 4 guys in double figures, and we had 3 guys knocking on the door. So, we were a basket here away, for a couple baskets away, I guess, for guys from having 6 or 7 guys in double figures. And anytime you do that, you feel pretty good about your chances of winning the game. So, we were moving the ball around and getting our team's best shot. Guys weren't necessarily out there looking for their best shot. We were looking for our best shot, and as a result, we were getting those 2-point field goals and then getting kick-out threes, and guys were able to knock them down. So we were getting really good looks all night, and we capitalized.
I noticed also Isaac Coker, one of your starters, turned his ankle and not going to be playing tonight. Give us a rundown on your starting 5 for this evening.
Yeah, Isaac turned his ankle. I think he's day-to-day and hopefully be back this weekend. So we're going to start with Nick Sexton at the point guard spot and Sterling Huber at the 2-guard spot, and then plug out Alec Fujarus into the 3 spot, and then go with Austin Grants and Hayden Burke as our forwards.
And off the bench, I think you had a couple guys coming in there that played quite a few minutes for you. Who were they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got a pretty solid, with Coker healthy, we got a pretty solid 8-man rotation. But we bring Austin Barnett and Zach Johnson off the bench for us to play quite a bit, and they both had like 8 or 9 points that last game out, and give us some offensive punch and athleticism off the bench tonight.
Have you had a chance to see Meade County yet? Do you know anything about them?
Yeah, I watched them on film. I know they're 2 years removed from going to the Sweet 16. I know they lost a very talented player off that. A couple of talented players are playing college ball now. So I think they're kind of in a little bit, I don't want to say rebuild, but a little bit of a restart mode maybe. But they got one kid back from that Sweet 16 team named Chesney Wick. He's about 6'3", 6'4", good-looking kid on film, good strong kid. He's going to be really aggressive and 15-foot and in, and takes it to the rack and challenges people. And then his brother's a freshman guard, and he'll look to shoot it, but he's a strong kid too, and he'll take it to the basket. And then they got some guys around them that play real hard and can knock down shots. So I think it's going to be a really tough game for us. They're going to be a different team than Austin in a lot of ways. I mean, they're going to play a lot of different defenses like Austin, but their objective, I think, is to slow the game down, where Austin's was to try to get it up tempo. So it's going to be a little more of a grinded out sort of game. But I think if we can pick our points to get out and run, we can certainly use our athleticism against them and hopefully use their pressure against them to create some easy shots for us again.
Thanks for your time, Coach. And, hey, say hello to your family for me, would you please?
Oh, absolutely, Paul. I will. I'm sure my will be here. So, if you get a chance to say hi to him, or he may seek you out and come talk to you. I don't know, but I will.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm a crack forming in your water pipe. I may be too tiny to notice, but not anymore. And if you got sold the wrong home insurance, you might get swamped by cleanup costs. So get Allstate.
For a free quote, call Floyd Snob's Allstate agent, Packy Page, at 812-202-7271. That's Floyd Snob's Allstate agent, Packy Page. Subject to terms, conditions, availability, and coverage selected. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Hi, folks. Jeff Kennedy with HKC Roofing. HKC has a full-time quality control supervisor on all our jobs. That's why we provide the best warranties in the roofing industry. We're so sure you'll love your new HKC roof. If you aren't satisfied, we'll pay a competitor to replace it. Call us now for your free digital roof analysis at 502-212-1081 or go online at roofyourhouse.com.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No. When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
And welcome back here, Mike Beck, Paul Love, as our pregame coverage continues. And what you're seeing on the floor is an overtime contest in the JV game. They tied at the end of regulation at 57, and in the 3.5-minute overtime period, Providence is trails by 2, 59-57. But let's talk about keys to the varsity contest. That's what people are tuning in tonight to see. And the keys of the game tonight brought to you by Allstate Insurance agent Paggy Page. For a free quote on car insurance, stop by his office in Highlander Point or call 812-202-7271. That's Allstate Insurance agent Paggy Page. Keys to the game tonight, Paul.
I think for Meade County, for sure, and actually it works both ways. I think they're going to have to be able to withstand the speed and the pressure that Providence is going to come with here tonight. By that I mean, of course, not turning the ball over and getting fairly good shot selection. So that's the key, I think, for Meade, being a less experienced team, having graduated so many from last year, only one starter returning. So Providence, I think, after watching them play against Austin, I think it's just the same thing. I think they need to come out and they need to try to play as fast as they can, under control, get the ball up and down the floor, and as long as they shoot the ball like they did, they'll have no problem here tonight.
Last couple of years under Andrew Grants, who was the coach, and then Rob Morosky Jr. Last year, Providence more of a deliberate offense, a little bit more patient, slower paced. You see them moving the ball a little quicker tonight.
I think that's an excellent point, and I agree with you wholeheartedly about their style of play up until this time. It almost goes back to who was the La something, the coach at Providence. His name slips me right now, who had tremendous success. Lefebvre or whatever. Yeah. Really slowing that tempo down and having low score games. I don't think Coach Smith plays that way. I think his genes want him to score as many points as he can and play as fast as he possibly can.
All right, well, that's keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Allstate agent Paggy Page. And as you might imagine, because of this overtime in the JV contest, the varsity game probably won't tip off at 7:30. But our pregame coverage will continue, and we'll watch a little of this action and also do some other housekeeping business as well. One of those things is taking care of our sponsors, so we'll go ahead and do that right now. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting our sponsors, by the way. They appreciate it, and I know we appreciate it as well. We'll take a break and be back with more pregame coverage and perhaps a final in the JV game right after this. Stay with us.
Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Doug and Maureen hope to travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
When it comes to basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats are legendary. And when it comes to steaks, so is Pat's Steakhouse. Pat's opened in 1958, the same year the Fiddlin' Five won the national title. To make a reservation, call 502-893-2062 and check out patsteakhouselouisville.com. And when the weather's nice, make sure to ask about sitting out on the patio at Pat's. Pat's Steakhouse. They're not the best because they're the oldest. They're the oldest because they're the best.
Here's our pregame coverage continues. Providence up by 3 with about 18 seconds to go in the JV game. Mike Beck, Paul Love with you, and 10 seconds to go. Might as well just count it down here. Long shot, 3-point off the mark, and a foul. That would have tied it up if he'd hit, but somebody's going to go to the line here.
Yeah, I saw that 3-point shot going in for another overtime. But yeah, I think fortunately for us and our listeners, that's not the case.
Yeah, that's, well, we like basketball, but everybody's wanted to tune in to watch the varsity contest. But you can get some pretty interesting JV games, and I've seen a few over the years.
All right, so the strategy here now, Mike, 3 points down, 2 free throws coming, so he's got to make the first one, miss the second one, and try to get that extra field goal in.
Yeah, but he's got to hit the rim.
Yeah, got to hit the rim.
Well, job is done on the first. 64-62 is the score here, the JV contest. And we're in our pregame coverage for the varsity game that will follow shortly after this. Well, he missed. They get the rebound, and the shot did not count.
Did you get him over the back?
Appears to be, yeah. And that may be all she wrote. Foul was on Mitchell Dozier, a player we may see in the varsity contest tonight. He's had some significant time in the JV game, but while they take a break, let's talk about some of the starters tonight. Coach Smith was quick to give us the starters. My graphics almost correct. One thing I didn't know was that he was going to put Fougeroux in the starting 5, and I had Austin Barnett there, but Sexton, Huber, Burt, Grants, and Fougeroux get the start tonight for the Pioneers. Like you said, you got to see them. Not the biggest squad in town, but all of them seem to have pretty good shooting skills.
As a matter of fact, in that game against Austin, all of the starters will have had 3-point shots except for Hayden Burke. Hayden Burke is more of a driver. He's an inside kind of guy. He spent a lot of time on the free throw line the other night. But again, Austin Barnett and Zach Johnson will be coming off the bench. They will play significant minutes, and as will Coker when he gets back into the lineup. Like Coach said, he's a day-to-day kind of guy. And yes, they are not very big as far as size is concerned, but they are quick, and they're fairly young. I mean, you look at the rundown there. You got a sophomore, junior, senior, junior. So it's good signs for this year, and probably even better next year when they come back. So pretty good lineup there for the Pioneers.
All right. Right now, free throw line. One more could ice the ball game. And he does with 3.8 seconds. The Pioneers now lead 66-62 here in this overtime period. But we are here to talk about some starters. Let's take a look at who potentially could start tonight for Meade County. The coach wasn't really forthcoming with that information, but based on stats and what we learned from the earlier games, we can expect to see Peyton Cole, Chesney Wick, Kobe Nicolo, we'll wait and get that pronunciation correct, Cameron Hall and Cheney Wick with some significant minutes off the bench from Carson Crump, Braden Blankenship, and Mitchell Dozier.
Yeah, you'd expect, I suspect that the Wick brothers are senior freshmen related, so probably going to be a good player coming on for them. And like Coach said, both coaches talked about the fact that the Green Wave was pretty good last couple of years. They graduated quite a few players, but they did have pretty good seasons. So this is a little bit of a rebuild, no doubt, but you're rebuilding with seniors, which is not that great a sign.
Yeah. Well, when you rebuild with seniors, hopefully they're going to be quality players for the team tonight. So the starting lineups brought to you tonight by one of our fine sponsors. That's Vonier's Auto Care. Vonier's service is our product. You can reach them. Vonier's Auto Air in Jeffersonville. Their phone number is 812-283-6215. And we appreciate their support. As you say, we've got a little extra pregame time because of the overtime period in the JV game. And so we're going to take another break and then come back and kind of break it down a little bit more for you. This is when we get to tap dance and Phil a little bit, but some things you can't control, and
hopefully not useless information.
No,
we'll give them some things to think about.
And if not, we'll start talking about Christmas lights, gift suggestions for you and I, whatever our listeners. I'd rather not think about that, but we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more pregame coverage right here on GLICOD.com. Stay with us.
Crack forming in your water pipe. I may be too tiny to notice, but not anymore. And if you got sold the wrong home insurance, you might get swamped by cleanup costs. So get Allstate.
For a free quote, call Floyd Snob's Allstate agent Packy Page at 812-202-7271. That's Floyd Snob's Allstate agent Packy Page. Subject to terms, conditions, availability, and coverage selected. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Hi folks, Jeff Kennedy with HKC Roofing. HKC has a full-time quality control supervisor on all our jobs. That's why we provide the best warranties in the roofing industry. We're so sure you'll love your new HKC roof. If you aren't satisfied, we'll pay a competitor to replace it. Call us now for your free digital roof analysis at 502-212-1081 or go online at roofyourhouse.com.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
Where's Super Guy?
What?
need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
And our pregame coverage continues. Mike Beck, Paul Love up in the booth tonight, and glad to be here. As we've already done one game this year. That was a week ago tonight, Silver Creek and Charlestown, and it was kind of fun to get to cover Silver Creek.
Absolutely.
They're one of the better teams in the area, and some may even suggest the best team in the area.
I think I've heard that here and there, and we saw it for real, and they put it to Charleston at Charleston pretty good. As a matter of fact, their winning margin so far this year already is many points, and they're scoring a lot, and just seems like they got a good balanced team.
Yeah, but right here tonight, Providence, a balanced team, maybe not putting up as many points as the Dragons, but I think Coach Smith has seemingly got this program moving in the right direction, and that's not an easy feat coming in, taking over as a brand new head coach here.
No doubt. It's always hard.
Yeah.
And, a lot of high expectations here, of course. They'll be patient with you for a while, but, you got to start winning those games before too long. But, I think Coach Smith has been at, as we talked about, been at Charlestown, been at West Washington. So even though it's his first year coaching here, he's got varsity experience, and he got a good basketball background. So I think he'll do just fine here.
Looking at the pregame, we see the pregame warm-up, both teams out there taking their shots. How important is this for a team to do well in this pregame match? You've coached and you've watched a lot of basketball over the years. Does this tell you anything about what's going to happen tonight?
No.
Simple answer.
Well, it's early in the season, no doubt, and I hear it said so many times. All we want to do is get better, as learn and get better as the season goes on. So I think that applies here pretty much. Looking at the Green Wave down there, though, as we see them on the floor, that could be a football team. I mean,
there's some stout boys.
They really are. I mean, I know they got the white long sleeve shirts. It might make them look a little bit bigger, but as you compare the two, it looks like they're kind of pound inside type of team. Looks like to me, at least on the surface. So, we'll see. Got a good player coming back in Wick, 6'4", senior, but a lot of other seniors by his side, along with probably his little brother, who's just a 9th grader.
One question, as you've coached and you've seen teams as they start the season, are there specific development points that you're looking for, especially when you're new to a program? Are you working on shooting? Are you working on passing? Are there some specific things that coaches are working on early in the season to get down right away?
Well, I think defense is where it's all at. Back in the day, back when I was coaching, we spent probably 75% of our time on offensive patterns and shooting and passing and what have you. But, anymore in this decade, in this era, defense seems to be the name of the game. So I think that's one thing that they'll really work on. Providence is going to be a man-to-man team, I believe. At least that's what they showed most of the time last Friday night. But, don't know what Green Wave's going to have to offer for us. But during this time of the year, you just want to try to work on fundamentals. You don't have many scouting reports. You heard Coach Trippier say that he couldn't get any information really on Providence, so kind of going into this game blind. But, as the years go on, especially the local teams, they'll get to know one another quite well, and then they'll start, having their practice sessions and their scouting reports go together and, just see who comes out on top.
And we've talked about Providence quite a bit. The Green Wave comes in on the season. They're 0-2 so far this year. First game was a loss.
Ohio
County, and then they lost. That was a close game.
Yeah, 56-63.
That was a fairly close game, and then they got blown out pretty good by Owensboro Catholic.
Yeah, it was 81-41, right? So I imagine they ran into buzzsaw on that game, if you will.
How important is it for Coach Trippier to get these guys on the win side of the column tonight?
Well, everybody wants to win, that's for sure. Got their head between their tails a little bit against Owensboro Catholic for sure, but it's just the next game is what you hear most coaches say.
Right.
The next game tonight is Providence, so they want to see what they can do against the Pioneers. I think his expectations are that he's in for a battle. If I were to go out on a limb here, I would say Providence should be favored based on what I know about Meade County and what I've seen for Providence. But, you never can tell. Just depends on how things go, how the refereeing is in the game, and, just working on your fundamentals of the game and your strategies.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about this game because it says 10.5 minutes yet until tip-off. Delayed start this evening because of that overtime contest in the JV matchup, which Providence ended up prevailing in. Varsity contest to follow. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back right after this. You're watching GLICOD.com coverage of Kentuckiana high school basketball.
Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Doug and Maureen Hope that travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
When it comes to basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats are legendary. And when it comes to steaks, so is Pat's Steakhouse. Pat's opened in 1958, the same year the Fiddlin' Five won the national title. To make a reservation, call 502-893-2062 and check out patsteakhouselouisville.com. And when the weather's nice, make sure to ask about sitting out on the patio at Pat's. Pat's Steakhouse. They're not the best because they're the oldest. They're the oldest because they're the best.
And welcome back. Mike Beck, Paul Love here is our pregame coverage, extended pregame coverage tonight because of the overtime in the JV game. Update for you on a score. Charlestown hosting Henryville tonight. A little bit of a rivalry there. Charlestown out in front 10-5 at the end of the first period. So not a high-scoring contest by any stretch there. I think we might see more points than that here tonight.
Oh, I think so.
Talk about what you know. You had a chance to see these Pioneers last Friday night. They had a pretty good crowd here, as they do tonight.
They did. Providence, they're going to play 8. Now they're going to play 7 because of Coker being out. But when he comes back in, they're solid 8-man. As a matter of fact, one of the subs coming off the bench for Coker in the game, Fugarus was the first one off the bench, by the way, and he's starting tonight. So the one guy coming off the bench was Barnett. Austin Barnett, in that first half, he hit 2 3-point shots in the first half, and that's what allowed them to really bulge that lead up to 28-48 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
But then beginning of the second quarter, Providence kind of hit a lull there. They actually, at the beginning of the second quarter, Austin hit a shot and made the score 22-all in the second quarter. Now get this, Providence ran off the next 26 points, actually 26-6, a 20-point, and that's where the halftime lead came from. So, really they do play fast, and they do go deep into the lineup, and they are a good shooting team, that's for sure. And I still think their captain is Hayden Burke. I think he's the one probably with the most experience, 6'3" senior forward, and he'll provide some of the size inside, and he'll do most of the dirty work, if you will, inside, along with Austin Grants, who's a 6'4" junior. So that's kind of the lineup. I'm wondering if Grants might be related to not related to the coach. He's another Grants. I know there's more than one family of Grantses in the world, but anyway, nevertheless, he's going to be in the game solid, as are Sexton. By the way, Sexton's point guard. He does a nice job out there. Really good penetrator. You watch. I bet he drives to the basket any number of times in the game. He likes to do that.
Sexton, just a sophomore, as they're getting a lot of underclassmen, some real quality minutes here. Hayden Burke, a senior. Isaac Coker, the other senior on this squad, and Coker's out for tonight. So Hayden Burke, really the only senior, will be able to contribute any meaningful minutes tonight, or any minutes at all, really. So, I mean, as you say, it's always good to develop some kids in that 11, 12, or 11 and 10 class, the junior and sophomore class. It's just the way it's worked out for Coach Smith, but he's got a lot of good kids coming up.
He does. I mean, the big schools, they can reload, and they play a tough JV schedule. And the thing about that is, in the bigger schools that have the predominantly senior lineup, when those guys are gone, the people that are going to replace them are people who have been playing against them in practice, the whole year before. So, playing against that kind of good competition makes them better, and it kind of perpetuates itself from one year to the next.
One thing about Providence is they've had a lot of success in basketball in the last several years, especially a couple of years ago. They expected to go make another run and got thumped in the sectional. Surprise, knocked out by Crawford County. I think that was in the 2016 year. Then Betts graduated last year. A little bit not as impressive on the floor, but Providence seems to have found their rhythm again.
They really have, and maybe that takes over a little bit because the football team kind of struggled the last few years. Providence, predominant football school, if you will, back in the day when Sartini was here, and they had those championship teams year after year, it seems like. But again, you go back to LaFave and Grants and some of these guys along the way. Last year, maybe not so much so, but they're preparing for this year, and I think Smith is the benefactor of that.
Well, I don't know if you realize this, Paul, but we're on camera now, and apparently the camera person will have to be either dismissed, disciplined, or given a bonus. I don't know which, but
I hope it doesn't break the camera.
Yeah, well, that was the. I looked down and I saw myself on the monitor. Was just a little bit shocked, but that's the way it rolls here. We're about 3.5 minutes before tip-off. The Green Wave takes the floor. We're going to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, hopefully, we'll have some basketball. But keep your fingers crossed. For Paul Love, I'm Mike Beck saying stand by. We'll be back right after this on GLICOD.com.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Voniers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Voniers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Voniers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Voniers.com.
Hi folks, Jeff Kennedy with HKC Roofing. HKC has a full-time quality control supervisor on all our jobs. That's why we provide the best warranties in the roofing industry. We're so sure you'll love your new HKC roof. If you aren't satisfied, we'll pay a competitor to replace it. Call us now for your free digital roof analysis at 502-212-1081 or go online at roofyourhouse.com.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up. Shut up, Jeff.
I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh. Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From GLICOD Communications, it's Southern Indiana High School Basketball. Presented by Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable since 1952. And available throughout Kentuckiana. Visit their Jeff location today at 1510 Production Drive. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Centra Credit Union. For banking and financial services that are centered around you. Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. Kentuckiana Oral Surgery, with 4 Kentuckiana locations, including their newest behind Menards off Veterans Parkway. The W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. The Locker Room, Southern Indiana's first and oldest screen printers. Voinier's Auto-Wear in Jeffersonville, family owned since 1981. And by Allstate agent Packy Page in Floyd's Knobs in Jeffersonville. He'll put you in good hands. Now, courtside for all the action from GLICOD Communications on Southern Indiana High School Basketball. Presented by Interstate Batteries.
The friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how. Because every nickel counts.
Jimmy! Oh, what I see there in your ear! It's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, online KYOMS.com.
The full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Welcome back. Here as our pregame coverage draws to a close. Had the national anthem and a prayer before the game. Now the starting lineups being announced officially. And we are glad that you're here tonight to watch this contest. Mike Beck, Paul Love in the booth, Ashton Beck on camera. Will Harper, a Providence freshman, handling our scoreboard tonight and the clock. And Will, no pressure for him. He's very relaxed, calm, cool, and collected. And his mom's taking a lot of pictures tonight. So
about 20 minutes over schedule as far as 7:30 start time based on that JV score. Tied and going into overtime. Providence ends up winning it.
They extended JV games a few years back, went from 6-minute quarters to 7-minute, and that's kind of messed with our timing, if you will. Carson Crump, Peyton Cole, Cheney White is the pronunciation correct?
A senior, number 23.
Cameron Nall, another starter for the Green Wave.
And a senior, number 42, Chesney White.
Chesney White. So we got 2 Wikes, a Crump, a Cole, and a Nall, the starters for the Green Wave. And now the time to introduce the starters for the Providence Pioneers as the lights go down. The spotlight comes on. Sterling Huber, number 10.
Also starting at guard, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, a sophomore, number 13, Nick
Nick Sexton, diminutive is a nice way to say it. He's only 5'9", but gets the start. Number 13. Fougeroux, number 21.
Starting at forward, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall, a junior, number 3, Austin Grant.
Austin Grant, 6'4" junior. 6'3" Hayden Burke, the sole senior who will see playing time tonight, number 15. And
so the lights come on and we get to play basketball.
Yes, well, it's been long and drawn out, but now it's time. You know it's time because I get to bring the scoreboard up on the screen, and here we go. Tied at 0. Hopefully won't be for long. Pioneers in the white and their blue trim, the Green Wave in their green with white and just a touch of navy as an accent color. But
the Green Wave.
The Green Wave. There you go. I can make out all those numbers on all these jerseys. That's so much better than football. And they're a little closer, too, let's be honest. Grants goes up, tips, but controlled by the Green Wave. Crump has the ball, and he'll bring it across midcourt. Pushes to the right. Handoff, they'll push it around the perimeter. Peyton Cole.
Almost a turnover. Nice step in that time by Sterling Huber.
Huber quick. Cole just a little sloppy on that pass, and Huber almost took it.
Early indications are a methodical type of offense. Not in a hurry. Uh-oh, here's a drive to the basket.
Nice move. Protected the ball. Null for the bucket. Green Wave up 2-0 here in the early goings.
Token full court pressure.
Sexton brings it up, across midcourt, tosses over to Grants. Fougeroux, first touch of the night, first start of the season for Alec. Sexton bounces it off the foot of Cheney Wyke.
We talked about a fast game here. So far, a real slow game, very methodical, but that's based on the fact that the Wave scored their first basket.
Huber took the inbound pass, not a shot there. Grant's going to put it on the floor, and it falls.
Down to the man-to-man defense. That's about all Providence seems to want to play. I've never seen them in a zone except maybe a trapping zone. Now we're getting a little touch foul on number 21, Fougeroux.
Tie ball game at 2. Up to the basket. And a nice move by Chesney Wyke. As he drops it in the bucket.
So both teams perfect. No missed field goals.
Not a lot of shots, but the ones they've shot have gone in.
You're right. Cheney Wyke with the foul, first foul of the game. Actually, second foul of the game.
One for each team. His first. Three-point attempt off the mark. Rebound by Null. From the three-point line, it's off the mark, way short. Providence comes out with it. And a pass that is tipped and knocked out of bounds by Chesney Wyke. It'll be Providence ball, but neither team playing very pretty right now.
I'm surprised. I really am.
Sloppy.
We'll see if the game gets rolling here on some either turnovers or missed shots that create fast breaks.
Just a couple minutes gone here in the first quarter. 4-2 score. Green Wave on top. Grant's moving across, takes the pass, turns around, looks for help. They'll go back around the perimeter and try to set it up in the hands of Sexton right now. Fougeroux looked toward the baseline, changed his mind, back to Sexton again. Now Huber. Grants. Cross-court pass to Hayden Burke. He's going to go in hard. Left-handed. Wow, that's a nice move to the bucket. Tie ball game. Burke goes back down, defends the paint. And there's a errant pass by Wick. Nice handoff that time to Grants, who puts it off the glass and in. Providence with their first lead, 6-4. Nice jumper there that time from Chesney Wick. Wyke.
Yeah, Wyke's the name. I tell you what, he's probably their best player, it sounds like.
Sexton, and he threw that one too far out of bounds for Fougeroux to handle. It's a turnover.
Sexton really wants to push the ball, wants to play fast, but just a little bit out of control that time. That was a very much errant pass right down on the line that we could see. Out of bounds, possession arrow, or excuse me, possession to the green wave.
Baseline move, little layup.
It's too easy.
Cole.
Too easy.
In the ball game for the Pioneers, Austin Barnett, first sub to see some minutes. Number 33 on the floor. Grants to Sexton. Also in the game, Zach Johnson. Nice first step by Sexton, but off the mark on the shot. Johnson, rebound, kicks it out to Barnett. Barnett short on the three. Ball on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball is the call.
Possession arrow to the Pioneers.
Johnson got tied up with Cameron Null. The Pioneers will retain possession.
Halfway through the first quarter, just 8-6 on the scoreboard.
Long inbounds pass. Barnett pulls it down, puts it on the floor, goes in and out. Johnson, three-pointer, right on the mark, nothing but net. Pioneers up by 1.
So there's that sub off the bench again, hits the outside three, very important basket, put the Pioneers ahead.
That's great when you can get that kind of production off the bench.
Another drive to the basket by Chesney. Wyke, he's a player, and you can tell early in the game.
They say the foul was on the floor, so the bucket didn't count. That foul was on Barnett, his first, team's second. Inbound pass, Cole has it. Drifts to his right, working against Johnson. Now flicks it out to Chesney White, or Cheney White. Chesney and Cheney. I bet their mom got that mixed up a few times. Nice move.
Crump.
Carson Crump puts it in. 10-9.
Token pressure, full court.
And we'll have a foul on the floor. Providence will keep possession.
So far, everything, Mike, I've predicted is just the opposite.
Just wrong.
It's Green Wave is the one that's pressing, being the aggressor, wanting to play fast, and Providence settling for that half-court offense.
Foul was on Cameron Null, his first, team second. Austin Grants takes a seat. Hayden Burke comes back in the ball game. Missed shot, looked like a pass. Burke had it, but couldn't get it in the bucket. Muscled away by the Green Wave. They bring it up the floor. Crump to White, back to Crump, to Cole. Cameron Null going to put it on the floor. Almost dribbled it off his leg.
One thing, it makes it easier to keep stats because there's really not much going on. We'll get a little touch foul.
That's going to be on
Providence.
It's going to be on Barnett, his second. And 2 quick fouls for Austin Barnett here in the first period. That's not good.
Cougar is back in the game. That'll affect that 7-man rotation, that's for sure.
Especially with the loss of Coker for the evening because of the ankle injury. That is going to put them shorthanded, perhaps.
You don't want your second foul with just under 3 minutes in the first quarter.
Baseline, nice pass. And the bucket by Chesney White. 3-point lead now. Green Wave on top, 12-9. Three-point shot by Johnson, not there. Nice pressure by Sexton, and he finally gets a little too handsy. Reaches around the back and is going to pick up another foul. Or pick up his first foul, fourth team foul. I like Providence playing fast. I don't like that they're playing a little sloppy right now, it seems.
And that happened to them in that second quarter of the game last week. They have their lapses where they turn the ball over a little bit more than they should and lose their concentration.
All right, well, they're going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. We'll be right back right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Welcome back. Mike Beck, Paul Love here. Providence High School. The Pioneers trail the Meade County Green Wave 12-9 here. Just a couple minutes left in the first period. Providence took that timeout. Three-point attempt, no good. Fougeroux pulls the rebound down. Puts it in the hands of Sexton, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. Providence will keep it.
So far, Mike, I'm a little surprised. Green Wave, they're holding their own here. I would, beats my prediction, that's for sure. Playing nice game, playing good defense, good man-to-man defense. Not allowing penetration to the basket.
Burke going to have to work for it. He gets it in and draws the foul. Trying to turn this into a three-point play. He'll go to the line and shoot a bonus. Foul was against Peyton Cole, his first, team's third.
And that is the strength of Hayden Burke. He likes to post up, likes to make those quick moves, and likes to get to the free throw line. First free throw of the game.
That was a little hard. Loose ball, scramble, comes out of it is Crump. He'll bring it across midcourt. Green Wave hustles down there. I'll give him credit for that. Nice interception there by Sexton. Uses his body and gets the layup. Providence back on top by one. Nice hustle by Sexton. Power move, not good, but Wyke. A lot of sloppiness here, and Wyke's going to end up drawing the foul. Chesney Wyke, to be precise.
Green Wave shooting the ball really well. They've missed their last two field goals, but before that they were 6 of 7. Providence, on the other hand, 6 of 12. Not bad shooting, but they have made their last 3. Fougeroux to inbounds. Nope, they're going to let Sexton come and do that.
I always thought you would have put your taller kid out of bounds. Throw it into the ball handler.
Yeah, not as important maybe on the side out of bounds. But
Sexton, now Fougeroux.
They don't have that many tall guys out there.
That's true.
Get right down to it.
Hayden Burke pulls up, puts up, misses everything.
Wow.
Cole with the, I'd call it a rebound, but it didn't hit anything.
He gets a rebound, though.
Yep. Green Wave moves the ball around the perimeter. Finds a cutter. Nice body control. Cameron Nall, not in great position, but used the glass effectively and gets the basket. Competitive ball game here. First quarter, 14-13. Green Wave has the advantage. Handoff. Sexton couldn't finish the play. Cheney White going to go the other direction by himself. Misses the layup. Fougeroux comes back the other way in a hurry. Handoff to Burke.
That's got to be a foul.
And there's a foul there.
Once again, Hayden Burke gets to the free throw line. See if he can make him this time. He's only free throw shot of the game he's missed so far. He's going to get 2 this time with 12.5 seconds in the first quarter.
Pioneers trail by 1. See if they can get a tie here. That one's on the mark. Second attempt forthcoming. Fougeroux out, Johnson in for the Pioneers. Sexton, Huber, Burke, Grants, and Johnson, the 5 on the floor. And he hits them both. Pioneers by 1 with 12 seconds to go.
They're going to have to hurry.
Shot off the mark, and at the end of 1, Providence 15, Meade County 14. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online at KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Welcome back, Mike Beck, Paul Love.
Shooting percentages, Providence 6 of 14 in the first quarter, 43%. Green Wave 7 of 12, 58%. Oh, they're going to give a foul on that.
Cheney White went in for the bucket.
Johnson got him.
He was denied.
Looked like a good block from here, but I don't have a whistle.
They need to give us whistles. That would be fun. Zach Johnson
or
picks
flags or something.
something. First foul on Johnson. And Cheney White misses his first free throw attempt. He'll try to tie it up here with his shot. Both teams with 5 fouls here at the start of the second quarter. And he stepped over the line.
Not going to count.
So the basket, no good.
That's a freshman mistake for you.
Yeah, he'll catch some ribbon on that for sure. Grants inbounds it to Sexton. Sexton gets it across midcourt, no trouble, but Huber did not control the pass, and we get a jump ball called.
He's lucky. Providence arrow in their direction, so they'll keep the ball.
Yeah.
Fougeroux back in the game. Again, they're substituting 7 players for sure. Starting lineup plus Barnett and Johnson.
Huber went to the bench. Fougeroux back in the game. They're almost interchangeable parts. That's good.
All pretty much interchangeable except maybe Sexton. He's their point. And turnover.
Cole looked like he stepped on the side line, but they didn't whistle it. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Braden Blankenship, number 20, is in the ball game for the Green Wave. Also Kobe Nicolo, number 44, is checked in. They go to their bench as well, but they're not quite as deep.
Another freshman mistake that time, I thought, by Cheney White. Really had a good move to the basket and decides to pass off, so therefore no shoots on the free throws. Foul on, who's that, on Grants, his first. Team's 6, so Green Wave will shoot bonus on the next foul.
Nicolo off the glass for 2. Sexton brings it up. Grants still has his dribble, decides to pass it to Hayden Burke. Good position and uses the glass effectively that time. These two teams playing pretty even so far. We're about 9.5 minutes into the ball game. No separation from either team. Biggest lead was Green Wave's 3. Providence by 1. Chesney White forces it in. He'll get the extra shot. Who was that on?
give the assist to Nicolauea that time.
That's going to be a foul on Hayden Burke, his first, team 7th. From here on out, Green Wave's going to get some target practice from the line.
Wyke to the free throw line, already got 8 points in the game.
And it'll stay at 8. Grants gets the rebound. Sexton quickly down to Huber, pulls up, nails the 3. Providence now with their biggest lead of the night at 2. Crump goes to his left, trying to get some help. Providence man-to-man, forces a turnover.
5-second call.
Yep.
Pretty clean game. That's just the 3rd turnover by the Green Wave. Providence I have with just 2, so it's a well-played game.
Providence on the attack. Huber open again for 3, pulls it again. Ball's tipped out by Grants. Wyke went up for the slam, couldn't get it down. Ball's bouncing around. Blankenship tips it back into the hands of the Wave. And we get a foul on the floor. Austin Grants with a foul. At the half, we have an updated score. Charlestown 33, Henryville 10. So the Pirates pulling away from the Hornets right now. After a very low-scoring first quarter, 10-5, Charlestown found their shooting range.
Wyke to the free throw line. They're 0 for 3 so far. And I thought I could coax him into making one. He'll get a second. Chance to go double figures. Wyke, he has 9 points at this point, leading the way for Providence. Hayden Burke, he has 2, 4, 6, 8 points midway through the second quarter.
Wyke gets 10 now, half his team's output. Sexton across midcourt, he set up the offense. Johnson had checked in the game for Grants, and they say it was out of bounds. Sexton was hoping it wasn't because he had a clear lane to the bucket.
A little late call, I thought, too. I think it's the right call for sure. 2020. Like your vision.
Tight game. I wish it was still 2020.
Yeah, mine is actually. Low scoring game, though.
Can you count corrected?
No.
Sexton kicks it outside. Fougeroux for 3. Off the mark. Air ball. Chesney Wyke with the rebound. Hands it off to Crump. Back to Wyke. He's going to drive the pull up in the paint. Pull up, put up. But he missed it. And a jump ball call. Johnson and Wyke tied up.
Possession arrow to the Green Wave of Meade County, so their basketball. Green Wave out rebounding Providence 10-7 at this stage, my figures, and Wyke goes up and gets his 12th point.
Providence gave him that bucket because Wyke had great position and the guy guarding him was on the wrong side. Pass right into his hands, all he had to do was put it up off the glass. Johnson comes around the back door.
Johnson, for a sophomore, pretty good player. Nice smooth move to the basket.
Huber with a steal. Outlet pass to Sexton. Did he have enough room? Yes. Makes it drop. He was almost under the basket when he put that up. I didn't think he had enough room.
So there's your fast pace of the game, Mike. I mean, you get those turnovers at Sexton. He puts his head down. He'll take it to the basket.
Chesney Wyke, turnaround jumper, nails it.
I can see why he's got the notoriety. He's a good basketball player. About 6'4".
We've got a push foul there.
I saw that too. Chesney Wyke kind of gave the bump on the cut through. They don't let that lane open. You go through there, you got to pay a price.
Yeah.
Just the 6th foul on the Green Wave. Providence has got 8 team fouls, so they're in the bonus. Actually, both teams in the bonus from this point on.
Wyke with his 2nd foul, and that one player they do not want to get into foul trouble. Nice effort to get out of a trap there by Sexton, but turnover that time by Cameron Nall. He lost his footing and had nowhere to pass.
I really like the Green Wave defense down here. They had Sexton in the corner, and right away they knew to collapse and created that turnover, actually.
See how well the Green Wave keeps up their scoring barrage. Chesney White to the bench. Nicolo in the ball game. Nice little floater pass there. Hayden Burke takes it. Assist by Nick Sexton. Looks pretty, but sometimes that can be a dangerous pass. If you aim it, there's another steal by Huber, and he'll draw the foul. With Wyke on the bench, this would be a great opportunity for Providence to put together a little bit of run and get some separation if they can. Wyke more than half of their points tonight for the Green Wave.
Huber going to shoot 2. He's got a 3-point field goal to his credit. Now he's got a free throw.
Biggest lead of the night is 3. Providence 27-24. Under 4 minutes to go here in the half. Huber puts it down, hits 2 in a row, and Providence now up by 4. It's not much, but it is their biggest lead of the night. Cross-court pass and an unforced error that time, as Nall was trying to get it into the hands of Cole and just threw it away.
Turnover is starting to add up a little bit. That's the reason for the Providence lead. That was the 7th turnover by the Green Wave. A little careless ball handling.
Nall goes out. Blankenship checks in for the Green Wave. Sexton to Fougeroux to Huber. Johnson trying to cross in the middle, ran into traffic. Burke down there to Fougeroux, turns around, puts it up. Can't get it to go. Johnson tried to follow it up. Looked like he's been tackled there. Was that a foul? Our position here is we have to lean over the rail to see that baseline move. And it wasn't a foul, it was just knocked out of bounds by the Green Wave.
Right. Possession, Providence.
Fougeroux's got an opportunity. Hands it off to Johnson. He gets the bucket. And now it's 6 with Wyke on the bench. Green Wave lacks a scoring threat.
Pace picked up here. Good trap by Providence, and a little overzealousness on Hayden Burke. Went over the back, draws the foul.
He knew it when he did it. You could see his face, like shouldn't have made that reach.
That puts the big guy, Nicolauea. Try that pronunciation. Anyway, he's going to go to the free throw line for 1 and the bonus.
Shot is up and in. Pretty shot. Nice backspin on it. Dropped right through.
Green Wave a little bit more on track now. They missed their first 3 free throws, but now they've made their last 3. We got a substitution not allowed. Now he did. Didn't check in properly.
Dozier's checked in for the Green Wave.
Barnett back in the game for Providence.
They're going to get Burke out with his 2 fouls. Second free throw, another pretty shot. Cuts it to 4. Sexton, Huber, Barnett, Fougeroux, and Johnson, the 5 for the Pioneers. Sexton feels it for 3. Missed it. Fougeroux tried to get that rebound, couldn't pull it in. Cheney White working against Fougeroux. Now turns around, shoots off balance, but gets a nice bounce. And it's a 2-point ball game once again. Johnson kicked it out of bounds.
4th turnover against Providence.
Tried to do just a little too much that time.
As the speed picks up, so do the turnovers. 7 against the Green Wave, and now 4 against Providence.
2-point ball game.
Little half-court trap here in the zone.
Over the corner, Cole for 3. Drains it. And the Green Wave back on top by 1. They trailed by 6. But they found an answer. Barnett inside to Johnson. Pushes it in too hard. Dozier with a rebound. Cheney White to Crump. Crosses the midcourt line. Cole wanted to pull the trigger on that three. Thought better of it. Let's slow it down just a bit. A little more deliberate on their offensive end.
Another freshman mistake by White.
Cheney White just took off without the ball.
Yeah, just playing too fast.
I think if Providence can keep the pressure and make them try to play at their pace, they would probably have the advantage. But when Providence ups the speed a bit, they've been turning over the ball, so they're not able to maintain that pressure. Sexton, nope, thought about it.
Just missed one from that spot.
Yeah.
He remembered that.
And move around.
Zone defense.
And he's going to try again. That time, didn't even touch the rim. 3-point shot from Sexton. 2-point Pioneer lead. Down to about a minute left here in this one. Nice defense that time by Barnett. Got a hand on it.
Oh, and he double dribbles. Turnover. Greenway ball, less than a minute. Just 52 seconds to go in the first half.
Cheney White working against Johnson. Now goes to his right. Has a little bit of a seam. Found it. And took it. Tie game at 33.
Not bad for a freshman.
He's made some good plays and a couple of...
the turnovers have hurt.
Yeah. Barnett goes in hard. Faked the pass, went up with a shot, got it.
20 seconds left. Could be last shot here.
Ball bounces in.
Got the roll.
Tie ball game at 35. Sexton a three-quarter court heave, just short. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this. You're watching GLICOD.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School basketball halftime. Coming your way right after this.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
When it comes to basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats are legendary. And when it comes to steaks, so is Pat's Steakhouse. Pat's opened in 1958, the same year the Fiddlin' Five won the national title. To make a reservation, call 502-893-2062 and check out PatSteakhouseLouisville.com. And when the weather's nice, make sure to ask about sitting out on the patio at Pat's. Pat's Steakhouse. They're not the best because they're the oldest. They're the oldest because they're the best.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
And welcome back, Mike Beck, Paul Love. We're in the booth here as halftime is underway, and they're introducing a lot of the feeder schools that provide players to this Pioneer program, and they're on the floor. But you and I are up here, and you got some stats for us, Paul.
I do indeed. Let's go over scoring first of all. The Green Wave, Meade County, leading the way, Chesney Wyke with 14 points. And he's followed by, believe it or not, Cheney Wyke, who had a good second quarter. He has 6. 5 points for Peyton Cole, 4 for Kobe Nicolaya. I'll get that right in a minute. Cameron Null has 4, and Carson Crump has 2 for a total of 35 points in the first half. Providence led in scoring by Hayden Burke, who has 10, followed by Nick Sexton with 7. Also with 7 off the bench, Zach Johnson, 5 points for Sterling Huber, 4 points for Austin Grants, and 2 points for Austin Barnett. So 20 points for the Pioneers in that second quarter, and 21 for the Green Wave to tie the score at halftime, 35 all. Shooting percentages, run through those real quickly.
Okay.
Providence, 43% in the first quarter. Second quarter, they were 7 of 13, 54%. So 13 for 27 for the half at 48%. They were 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 67%. And the Green Wave, 7 of 12 first quarter, 58. 8 of 10 for the second quarter, shooting-wise, 80%. So 15 for 22, burning the nets at 68%. Not so much so in the free throw line, 4 of 7 and 57%. I have turnovers. Leading the way, Green Wave, 9, but Providence not that far behind with 5. And I have the rebounding edge going to the Green Wave, 12-8 in the first half.
All right, well, that is our stats. You did a fine job there. I don't know if they see that on the camera, but there's smoke coming up from your pencil right there.
Okay.
He's working hard.
Yeah, we got our head down. So
yeah, well, you did all the hard work there.
There you go.
We'll go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we will have more halftime coverage, including scores of other games. There's a couple games, at least one game of interest, Charleston and Henryville. We'll tell you about what's going on in that game and more. That's all coming your way right after this on GLICOD.com. Stand by. We'll be right back.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe. This is the...
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help. Just like what happened in Pittsburgh. Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Doug and Maureen hope to travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War.